Morning, everybody. As we go into learn the chitas of today, holding the Parshas Vayelech, holding on chapter 31, verse number 4. What Hashem lehem, and God will do to them. Kashas l'sichain leig malchem moedi. And the Eibush did to Sichain and to Og, the kings of the Amorites, large some into the land. Asher Hishmedaisim, which the Eibush would God destroy them. The Som Hashem lefnechem, and God will put them before you. Asisim lehem, you'll do to them. Kachol mitzvah shashav esrei, you do to them everything I commanded you to do. To take over the land and to do to them whatever needs to be done. Chisku v'amsu, take strength, be strong, and take courage. V'al te'artzu, do not know you to be, because v'al te'artzu mipneim, don't be afraid of them, don't be discouraged for them. Ki Hashem alekecha hu ha'ilech meimach, because the Eibishter God is the one who is going with you. Le'yarpecha le'yazvecha, he will not fail you, nor he will not forsake you. Now she says he will not allow you to slip, neither to be abandoned from him. And that completes the Chumash for today. We now go to the Tanya. Today we start the 19th chapter of Tanya. So the 19th letter, the 19th letter, Yeras HaKodesh of the Tanya. So in order to, in part number 1, in order to enable the Yod and Sof light, by definition, infinite, to create worlds which are finite, an intermediary is needed to bridge the chasm between the infinite and the finite. This intermediary is a Torah. As alluded in the beginning of the verse, it says he wraps himself with the light and with the garment. The Torah is that's why the Gemara says the Torah is the blueprint of the world. Now, any intermediary must itself partake of each level it bridges. So Torah thus comprises both the light and a garment. The light of the Torah is its infinite inner pnimius HaTorah, whose measure is longer than the earth. The garment of the Torah refers to its finite and reveals exterior, which relates to the finite worlds. In the letter before us, the Alter Rebbe explains how the revealed garments, the nigla of Torah, the revealed aspect, which called general, is given a name nigla. Nigla, the Gemara is called nigla. Nigla is an Aramaic word. It means to be revealed. Gilui comes to the word gilui, to be revealed. So the revealed part of Torah has concealed within it an inner light, which is pnimius. Light is usually called pnimius. So oir and kli, pnimius HaTorah and nigla the Torah. Teres HaNister and Teres HaNigla. So you have those expressions. He also clarifies the difference between comprehension of Torah and the prophetic comprehension. So here we go, letter 19. The verse says that God, he wraps himself with light, kasalma, with a garment. Verse speaks of light hidden within a garment. Alter Rebbe explains how the light of the Torah that transcends revelation is vested in a concealing garments. In the Lekutei Torah shel Arizal, the Lekutei Torah of the Arizal, Parshas Ki Sisa, or Parshas Vayikra, and also in the book of Vayikra, Chasav, it says, Kasagas Moshe Rabbeinu, all of Hashalom lahaisu bechinas pnimis the chachbi la. The Moshe Rabbeinu piece did not apprehend the pnimis, the most inner aspect of the supernal wisdom. Anikra Abba Atzilus. In Kabbalah, that is called the father of Atzilus. Right? Because every time a father is Chachma. Father is Chachma, mother is Ima. Ima is Bina. That's the two things. Chachma and Bina. Today, it says these two entities never separate from each other. That's why the Mishnah says, Imein Chachma and Bina. If there's no wisdom, there's no understanding. If there's no understanding, there's no true wisdom. So that's Abba and Ima. So Abba Datzilus, degree of divinity called supernal Chachma, is not limited to the spirits of Chachma in the world of Atzilus. It also possesses numerous levels that transcend it, such as Chachma of Kesser, Chachma of other Kadmon, and so on. So Chachma is a concept that's above and beyond the itself, as Alter Rebbe taught in the beginning of Chassidus, that Chachma is an aspect of Koyach Ma'at, something beyond itself, something greater than itself. And that's because, and in Kabbalah, we have this concept because Chachma, there are many levels to Chachma. There are many levels to Chachma. Chachma itself has many levels. And the Chachma itself goes higher and higher and higher. So you have Chachma of the world of Atzilus. You have Chachma of the world of Keser. Then you have Adam Kadmon, Adam Shalakise, premortal man, which is higher than even Keser, and so on and so forth. Rebbe now explains not only were these loftier levels of supernal Chachma beyond Meshach apprehension, but so too even the Pnimis of Chachma Atzilus, Abba Atzilus was even higher than Moshe Rabbeinu. And especially not the sphere of Kesed, not only he didn't know Chachma of Atzilus, he didn't have the apprehension of Kesed Atzilus, called Arachampin, that transcends Chachma. The very name Arachampin, long countenance, implies a level of divinity of infinite extent, and hence it's beyond the reach of any soul clothed in a body. So what did Moshe Rabbeinu understood? Kim bechinas achraim de Chachma. Moshe Rabbeinu apprehended achraim, the exterior level of Chachma, and which is vested in understanding. So unlike the internal essential aspect of Chachma, the exterior aspect of Chachma is capable of descending in lower levels of divinity, such as Fidah Bina, which ultimately vest themselves in the lower spheres in Atzilus, which is called in Kabbalah, we all should know this, Zeir Anpin. The small faces is a 6 midas. So this name implies the level of divinity which is contracted to within the finite dimension. In this spirit, the 7 emotive attributes are termed midas, whose singular form midah translates lives as a measure. For it refers to an infinite Ein Sof when the stage of having garbed itself in a finitude. It came into a midah. Midah means an attribute. Midah also in Hebrew means a measure. Midah ugvul. So you have a measure. Why? Because it's the way the Eibishter comes in to Chesed. Chesed is a midah already. Chachma and Bina can be something that's above any aspect. It's intellect. It's above the concept of midas. That's why it's Moyach al Halev. But the Lev, once you come into Chesed and Gevurah Tiferes, you have now limited the concept into a midah, into a certain box, so to say. So then when it's the stage of having guarded itself to the finitude in order to become a source of created worlds. Olam Chesed Yibana. The world was created Amidas HaChesed. Shoidat Torah, the mystic principle of Torah, the manner in which the supernal Chachma descends through Bina and finds its diverse expression within the 7 motive attributes underlying the divergence of halacha ruling within the Torah. For the laws of the Torah determine if something is valid, kosher, or something is invalid, innocent, guilty, pure, impure. You have all these concepts. So here the Torah, which is Chachma, which is above comprehension, comes into something that we could comprehend. The Torah says, you're not allowed to do this. The Torah says, you're not allowed to do that. Or the Torah says, do this. And everything the Torah says has a midah v'gvul. So the Torah says, put on tefillin today. Well, tefillin today, you have a time. And there's a space for it, and the tefillin has a dimension. So the Torah comes into a dimension. It derives these emotive attributes, ruling what is kosher, innocent, and pure, derived from chesed, the attribute of kindness. Rulings that make something impure, guilty, impure, derived from the midas hagvura, and so on. and ultimately, moreover, supernal chachma extends at save dalit sfiras atavtenis. Ultimately, it goes out of chesed. It goes out of even gevura. It goes even lower into tiferes. It comes to netzach, and it goes down to hoid, and it comes down to yisrael, and it goes down to malchus. So chachma. That's like we do. The Eibush, God demands, or Allah Ta'ala demands, Mayach shalt alalev. The Eibush also, Lamaila, the Mayach comes into the Chesed, comes into each and everything, and it shalt on each and everything, and ultimately it comes down into all 7 dimensions. The Sham Hoisa Asagas Nevuas. So the latter 4 emotive attributes are really extension of the first 3 basic emotive attributes, was Chesed, Gevurah, and Tiferes, which they activate and cause to descend into Netzach and into Hoid and ultimately Yisoid, and then into the aspect of Malchus. Sham Ha'isa Sagas Nevuasai, and there Moshe Rabbeinu's prophecy apprehended Pnimius in the attributes of God. Bechinas Pnimius Netzach Hoid Yisoid Malchus. Actually, not only that Moshe Rabbeinu, where did he have his nevuah? In the lowest aspect of in the low levels of the middle of the Eibishter. That's what Moshe Rabbeinu said. I want to see the pnimis. I want to see the pnimis of everything. I want to be able to see the essence of things, because he didn't merit to see the essence of things. He only merit to see the chitzonius of things. And then ultimately the Eibishter gave him. That's what we begged the Eibush. They should be able to see the pnimis of everything. One second. But however, going higher to the extent of higher than Netzach Yisoid Malchus, he didn't have the pnimis of that thing. In the Chachma of Bina, he only had the backside of it. He had the pnimis of Netzach Yisoid Malchus, which are the three lower daggers. He didn't have the pnimis of those things, which is real chesed, gevurah, and tiferes. Lastly, an amendment of this work, the Rebbe asked, what does the Alter Rebbe accomplish by repeating that the external aspect of Chochmah vested itself in Bina, and in turn in Netzach Yisoid, it will be noted that here the Alter Rebbe does not mention it being clothed in the other attributes, as is done earlier, but only in the vesture of Bina and Netzach Yisoid of Malchus. This is the mystic principle underlying the teaching of the Medrash, the Neivlis of supernal Chachma of Torah. Meaning the Torah is not undistilled. The Torah is not the undistilled essence of supernal Chachma. Only a paler dilution of this can be found, actually expressed in the revealed aspects of the Torah. Which is the level of Zeir Ampin, the emotions of the world of Atzilus, meaning the diminished and the finite as explained above. As the Eibishter tells Moshe Rabbeinu, you're going to see my backside, which is, again, he told him that you only can see Netzach Yisoid and Malchus, and that's the Achoyim, my backside. Acharoyim is just to hinder external aspects of divinity. Ufanai, but my face, Pnimius, the frontal, the inner aspects of divinity, lo yiro, you cannot be seen, shall not be seen. So even Moshe Rabbeinu could behold no more than a charayim of the supernal chachma and not the Pnimius or its essence. Ein Sham B'Shara Nevuah Perek Aleph. Look in the Kutei Arizal and in Shara of Nevuah, you'll see that this is what Arizal says. So it comes out from here that seemingly Moshe Rabbeinu had something that the Arizal didn't have. Because Arizal had a deep understanding in Chesed and Gevurah and Tiferes, even Chochmah of Atzilus. And Moshe Rabbeinu didn't have it. So L'chayre yesh l'pela. He said, L'chayre, this is surprising, this teaching is surprising. Harinebo l'kon novi oid bi Yisrael commission. It says that there was never a prophet like Moshe Rabbeinu. So the question is, how did Arizal have a deep understanding in these attributes more than Moshe Rabbeinu? And he expounded upon these things in a pneumistic way. The Arizal went even deep in the Chochmah Atzilus. The Arizal went into the world of Kesser, and he went into the Merkava, Adam Kadmon, he went into the Ein Sof. So how did Moshe Rabbeinu ask for something and the Eibush said no? Well, the Arizal merited to go to the depths of these concepts. Yet the Arizal writes that Moshe prophecy did not enable him to grasp the pneumius of Chochmah and of Atzilus. The Likutei HaKodesh and Kapal Galas of the Tanya quotes the Chedusha HaRitvah, the supernal chariot, not as appears in the world of Bria nor in the world of Atzilus, but a higher level, was never beheld by the prophets. So that's going to, Alter Rebbe is going to continue. We can explain the difference between the prophets and the Kabbalists. Those were great sages. So Moshe Rabbeinu was the greatest prophet. Then went the time of the sages. The sages is Chachmas HaTorah. And in a way, they went higher than even Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu come Navi B'Yisrael, as Alter Rebbe is going to continue. There's never a greater prophet. But then came Talmidei Chachamim, sages of the Talmud, and Old Tarikh, Shim Bayachai, one wrote to Zohar, and ultimately the Arizal. And these people reached higher than even what the prophets reached. And it doesn't take away anything from the prophets, and doesn't take away anything from these great sages. So it was never a play to the prophets, as the secrets were known to the mystics of Kabbalah, the masters of truth. And the Alter Rebbe is going to explain this, but here is the end of the Tanya for today. Today is the 29th and 30th day of the month. So you have to say from chapter 140 till the end of Tillim, chapter 150, and you'll do the chitas of the day. The Yom of today. The Yom of today, the Rebbe writes, today, Erev Rosh Hashanah, is the birth of the Tzemach Tzedek. Third Lubavitcher Rebbe is born in 1789. But one of the Alter Rebbe's beautiful statements, we have absolutely no conception how precious to God is the body of a Jew. Even the Alter Rebbe wrote about the whole Tanya is based on the concept of Nefesh Hashenis B'Yisrael, the greatness of the soul. Alter Rebbe said that that's to us. To us is the greatness of the soul. The Eibishter, the greatness of the body of a Yid. Because the whole soul was created that it would come into this body and do the Avodas Hashem that needs to do in his body. But the Eibishter is the body. Famous teaching of the Alter Rebbe, when we sing the Mir Shem Yontiv, we're going to start now singing many times in davening, Ata B'Chartonu. The Rebbe is niggin. The Rebbe taught us niggin. Ata B'Chartonu. We always sing it. We say it in Shmoneh Esrei. Tonight we'll start saying it today in Shmoneh Esrei. And the Chazan, we repeat it. And we sing Ata B'Chartonu. Ata B'Chartonu Mikol Ha'amim. So when it says Ata B'Chartonu, you chose us, Alter Rebbe said, what did you choose? If a Yid has a chelik elakam in Mal Mamish, so what does it choose? What is the choice? The Yid has a chelik elakam Mamish, and then so they don't have the chelik elakam. Ata B'Chartonu, Alter Rebbe says, is the guf. Eibush chose the guf. Eibush chose the guf of a Yid. That's the niggin. Ata B'Chartonu Mikol Ha'amim. After Isanu, Ratzisabanu, Berei Mamtanu Mikol Ha'shenis, Kidashtanu, the guf. Not the neshama. The neshama is a chelik elakam mamash, part of God. But the guf, the body of a yid, how the Eibishter, we can't imagine. As he just said, we have absolutely no conception how precious to God is the body, the guf of a yid. And therefore, we wish each other aksiva chsima teva, shana teva, masuka, begashmias, ruchnias, that we should have a beautiful, healthy new year, not only in spiritual levels, but also begashmias. Sukkah, that's what the Rebbe writes. Shana teva, would have only said a good year, you can say it in a spiritual way. Masuka, when you say sweet, that's a gashmistic way. Masuka is sweet, you have to, you take a bitter pill, you take a sweet, you feel the difference between what is sweet and what's bitter. It should be not only a good year, it should be a sweet year. Gashmis, we should all have a good year, but Gashmis, we should all be blessed with happiness and health. I hope that for Klal Yisrael and Yidden Eretz Yisrael, especially those that are in the tunnels, as we just learned, those that are in Gullus, inner Gullus, and they should redeem us, redeem them and redeem us all. We should go out with Bezat Hashem, go out this year. We should all go out as Bnei Yisrael Yotzi Yod Rama. We should all go out of this gullus, of this exile, and dance out of this exile. And I wish you all a wonderful Yontiv.
Amen, amen.
And the Mitzvah will see you all on Wednesday. No, on Thursday. On Thursday morning in Mitzvah, on Thursday morning, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
We'll come together. I hope you learn Chitas the next 2 days, especially this beautiful Tanya that you're going to learn, Misrabla. You'll get the information. We'll finish off down to the Rebbe's concept of yourself. Have a wonderful Yontiv, everybody. I love you all, and they should bless you only with good things.
Amen.
Amen, amen.
Happiness in life.
Thank you.